Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the Scarlet and Gray already rocking this house. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Red Raiders will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy and they get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. He's looking to throw. Back open in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds a man on the right. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass play.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Wide out in motion. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, put the drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bitonio. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. going to be a long day. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's going to take a shot right away. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Looking to pass on second down. They've got the screen set up. Gets away from one, finds room. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. And the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so...
He unleashes a long one. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. It's a reverse. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Quick release by the QB. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And he tacks on the extra point. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Motion from the offense. From the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Coates. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He finds his man. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Offense set on 1st down. On the move. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the 1st quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback checking the play. Back to the ground game on the left. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give. He's going to fire deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Looking to throw on second down. Quick strike complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking to go up top on first down. It's caught. The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient, and when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
On third down, he drops to throw. Gonna let it fly. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now... Spending just a little bit, give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. So a drive there of 82 yards, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. offense back out there. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Here's the give off the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
He wants to pass it on second down. Makes the grab. It's Hill. They get him down after he makes the catch.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to run for it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And the Buckeyes are on the move. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Here's the handoff. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he finds his way out of bounds, real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum. Going over the top. He's got it inside the 30. Flying out to the left. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
And that flea flicker is a play that they've probably had in their back pocket for weeks, just waiting for the right time to call it. They picked the perfect moment. Everybody fooled defensively. Accurate throw by the Q.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback will audible. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And that pass intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap in the shotgun. Firing to the right, complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Never a doubt. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Well, you love to see that, right? They put themselves in a position at the end of the half to take the lead. They put it on their kicker. He knocks it through the upright. So nothing but good vibes for this team now with the lead heading in at halftime.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
They'll open this third quarter with a run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
What great discipline shown by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job, staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Trying to make magic with his feet. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Trying to get the edge on the right. At the 20, he's got space. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That it makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Going up top on first down. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Line gets set, first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, teams that play cover 1 at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Going up top. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 40. Turns it on down the left side. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. Makes the grab inside the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this 2nd play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
3rd and goal from way back there. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Dumps it off in the flats. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep.
Receiver is incomplete. 3rd down.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You got to have balance. And I mean, you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
The Buckeyes in the hurry up. Looking to throw, it's Washington. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked. They were licking their chops.
Looking for a deep man. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They keep attacking through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires toward the target. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Red Raiders are threatening on first and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the stomping has commenced.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Got it. Second down after that incompletion. Looking for a man. It's Washington. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Let's go. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texas Tech 52, Ohio State 28.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 22 over Iowa. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Goes to the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back.
He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flank. Nice job.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Just plowing ahead. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Quarterback on the keeper.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, from the OC, I'm the head coach. I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slot.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now. You know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities. to try to put you down, you've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Leaves it with the back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. And the Buckeyes have moved it inside the 20. Looking for a man. It's Washington. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got enough space. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score came on an impressive run from the 20. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires toward the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football, but there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And the route is on. Team's a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, you need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Washington. And that ball's free behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The name of the game is getting to the quarterback. But I love getting to the quarterback and finishing with a nice rip and forcing that fumble out. God, there's nothing like it.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants it all. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Okay, right. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Red Raiders trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Let's go! He makes the connection. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from the face.
Got his man on the right. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they picked up 32 yards on that drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time...
Gonna take a shot. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. And maybe...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And zone. He'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And it starts with the kick, right? You got to kick the top of the football, get a good bounce, get kind of lucky, right? Like it's got to bounce off the guys, and the kick team was ready, pounced on the football. They got the ball and got some momentum.
Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Dropping back, it's Washington. Now adjusting. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Third down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead.
That makes the score. Texas Tech.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Coming out with it, it's Hill. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Guys will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Pocket start. Oh, he wants it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Setting up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out.